Okay, guys. So the way I've always done things is when people hurt me, I get defensive. I put the walls up, and I retreat because I don't want to hurt anybody. I hurt more than enough people that I don't want to do it no more. But and I've been this way for quite a while, so it's kind of my mindset. And really, it's always been underlying inside there to not be an asshole. Well, a buddy messaged me last night before I went to work. Last I spoke to him was last Sunday, so a week ago, and he sent me this. Those who are the happiest never did have everything, but rather they are thankful for everything they have. Good morning, great day to be clean and sober. So that was last Sunday. And, I've seen him a couple times at the meeting house, said hi, and no real conversations or anything. But then last night before work, I get this. I don't love you, fuck you, you too damn ugly, but good, you good people, it's been a rough few days. And so I figure that this is kind of in that mantra. So, he considers me something to him, but he's lashing out and pushing people away because, you know, that's what we do. All I could send back to him was his name with a question mark. That's it. I mean, I didn't even know what to say, and I was at work. And this morning at 7 o'clock, he says, just checking with you. And I sent him back, what's up with the message last night? He sent back, I was having a weak moment, but I didn't drink. I have lots of respect for you. First day I met you, the way you welcomed me. Reason I keep coming back. And so I asked him to reread what he sent me. And he said, okay, sorry if I disrespected you. I mean, I don't know if he's being flippant. I mean, the fact that he doesn't remember, you know, or doesn't want to address the conversation we had last night or what. I don't know, but this is alcoholic thinking. I know because this is my thinking. Now, what he didn't know is that I've got my own medical shit that uh, I received 2 weeks ago, and it's weighed incredibly heavy on me because it impacts the rest of my life. The my mom has medical issues, both cancer and dementia, and so that weighs heavy on me. I'm not really happy with my job. You know, he didn't know any of this stuff, and you know, words can hurt. I think that's the biggest message of this. Words can hurt. He has no idea about that stuff, so to him it was kind of, he was just lashing out. I mean, it hurt, and I really don't even know what to say to the fella. He's a newcomer, so I don't want him to use this as an excuse to go back out. At the same time, it's like, wow, dude, it's hard to be understanding, of other people because, you know, even in our best designs, they're all fucking selfish. I get sober so I can have a better life. Not y'all, me. Y'all may benefit from it, but it's me. You know, I tough it out every single day to the best of my ability. You know, I don't walk anybody else's path. I don't work anybody else's program. And there's a lot of people that say, well, there's no my program or your program. It's, the AA program. It's like, there's a million ways to have a God of your own understanding. There's a million different type sponsors out there. So if you've got to tweak the program, like the wording, for example, or your approach, then do it. When I did my fourth step, I struggled through it, you know, because I didn't really know what to write. I had the book, other people have done it with success, and it's like, why not me? And I took a buddy of mine to pull me to the side, and I asked him, I said, hey man, can you help me with this? He wasn't even my sponsor. And asked him if he could help me with it. And so I wrote it out, and for some reason it didn't feel right, even though it's exactly the way it's written in the big book. And he pulled out of the 12 and 12, the seven deadly sins, and when it's talking about step 4. So he approached me with that. Never really had tried that approach before. And I was able to get through it. I mean, it had me bawling for, a good hour as all this garbage. I mean, it's like I popped the cork out of the bottle. It just went everywhere. And, I was talking about resentment to God. I was talking about resentment to my brother because the person that harmed me was so much like my brother. And my brother died uh, unexpectedly one day. And the last thing I had said to him was, next time I see you, I'm going to kick your ass. And we didn't talk for 2 years, 2.5 years or something. I mean, it was an incredibly long time. Because he knew next time I saw him, I was going to lay him out. I was going to pick him up, brush him off, and move forward. And those are my last words said to him. And, when I got the phone call that he had died, it was hard. Oh my God, it hurt me. And I kept on saying over and over again, dude, why didn't you just let me kick your ass so we could move forward? It's the selfish me. Question probably should have been, should I have forgiven this guy? Even though he had harmed me. But once I did the fourth and fifth step on this fella, and then I made amends to him publicly in the middle of a meeting, to show newcomers this is what amends looks like. That I understand the value of words hurting. I try not to use them. I think that's all of our goals. I don't think anybody really wants to be a dickhead. But something in their past said this is how you have to respond to the world because the world is going to treat you poorly or something. I don't know. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate. And even at the meeting today, it was about the sixth step, and this one guy shared how he was struggling. Everybody else had shared, yeah, man, things used to be hard, and asking God to relieve me of this has been great, and I feel relieved. But once he shared that, I could tell he felt a little bit awkward because he got a bit of time to him. And, so I shared afterwards and closed out by saying, actually, we were fooling ourselves, for deep down in every man, woman, and child is the fundamental idea of God. It may be obscured by calamity, by pomp, by worship of other things, but in some form or another, it is there. For faith in a power greater than ourselves, and miraculous demonstrations of that power in human lives, are facts as old as man himself. We finally saw that faith in some kind of God was a part of our makeup, just as the feeling we have for a friend. Sometimes we had to reach fearlessly, but here he was. He was much a fact as we were. We found the great reality deep down within us. In the last analysis, it is only there that he may be found. It is so with us. So, I'm reaching out to God for help. Went to a meeting, talked to people, try to be helpful, try not to be an asshole. Did something a little bit extra. I planted a plant in the backyard. It's a flamboyant tree. Look it up. Got some seeds left if anybody wants one. But, forgiveness is hard because a lot of times I have to forgive myself too. And I'm willing to do that today. Go stay sober. You're not alone. Please like, share, and subscribe if you got any benefit out of this. Leave your comments if you have your own perspective on this. I'd love to hear from you because if other people read this, it'll help them feel not alone. So that's it. Have a great day.